Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel, and today we are on season 6 episode 10 of Grimm. The last one was a little bit slower than what I would have liked, but it was still good. I'm just hoping that we get a little bit more progression in this one with regards to what's coming, and I hope that we don't lose that comedy factor that I've grown to love so much within this show. Fingers crossed. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get stuck in to a brand new episode. Here we go. Nothing they say is more certain than death, and nothing more uncertain than the time of dying.
I think it's all mirrors Eve can't look into, or just certain mirrors. And what if it's not just mirrors? What if she catches her reflection in a window or like a china cabinet?
That's what I was wondering.
It's a threat to all of us. We have to do everything we can to stop it. But if it messes with my family, I will rip its green, ugly eyeballs out.
I love her.
I need to understand how these mirrors work. I mean, how to go through them.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Your mother had more knowledge than either of us. Did she ever mention anything to you about portals to another world?
No, but I mean, there was a lot we didn't talk about.
Like going for the same men.
Those books could be just as dangerous.
Is it going to be in that lockup?
I can see those symbols.
Diana can see the symbols too. I'll get the books.
She got her with the mention of Diana. That looks like a pleasant book. Nothing bad can come of these.
You said you like this place.
I do, but I always end up eating way too much.
Her hair's amazing. They've still got it with the jump scares.
No bullet wounds, no knife wounds. Professor, that's where I was going.
I can't believe it.
It's weird how quick it was as well.
I used to run so fast when I was younger. So many trees, so many trees.
Here we go. Let's get you inside.
Were you a blue bud?
Who are you?
I'm your friend Mason, who helps take care of you.
Oh, I remember the sweet taste of blood in my mouth.
Blue bud. I'm gonna think.
I'll get you an extra blanket. It's cold out tonight.
Oh no, I was wrong.
What are you doing?
What the hell was that?
Oh.
What was it?
Get out!
Did you see it?
Flipping heckers. So Vessons still have all the strength when they're older as well.
Surveillance from the bank camera. Not much, but it's all we got.
Old person. Okay. That better be Rosalie and Monroe.
Eve?
Oh, or Nick. I'll take Nick.
If we don't find a way to get to it, it will find a way to get to us.
Just don't do it alone.
Feels like old times.
I hope I don't have to bleed on this.
That's gotta have something to do with it, right? Mad. Lon, is that you? Oh gosh. Oh, why up the nose though?
We need to talk with the nurse.
And let's find out where the orderly's being held.
Yeah.
That poor guy.
Can you tell us what happened?
Mason Wilcox killed her. That's what happened.
I mean, you don't know that.
When I walked in, he had her up against the wall with his hands around her neck.
Do you have any idea why he would do this?
There's no reason to attack any of our patients.
She knows more.
How long has Mr. Wilcox been working here?
3, 4 years.
Have you had any problems with...
Probably not. Yet you're that quick to swap your view.
When he was being arrested, he was yelling that Mrs. Cutler was a monster.
I'm glad she said that at least.
Given her age and condition, I think she died of natural causes.
You want to tell me about the stuff our daughter's been drawing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Finally.
Now tell me where that tunnel is.
You're gonna have to take that up with Nick.
Good answer. Did she still have that ring on her finger then from what, oh gosh, what was his name now? The full Zauber beast, anyway, put on her finger.
Came at me with teeth like some kind of wild dog. It turned back into Mrs. Cutler. I know it sounds insane, but I'm telling you the truth.
He's a good actor, him, isn't he?
Why would I hurt her? I believe you, Mason. What? Really?
That's got to be such a relief to hear. Believe you.
Be there in 10. Emmy wants to show us something.
Oh, I thought that was going to be Adeline.
You're gonna make me work for it.
Oh, look at her hands. Fire spells. Oh, it's dark magic.
Make sure your brother doesn't fall off the bed. Oh, and no making him float either.
What if blood could be used as a form of payment to pass into the other world?
Ooh.
We would only need to use it to get to the other side.
And how do you get back? Yeah.
Would it work?
I don't know.
Okay, thanks. I'll keep looking.
It's so weird that they're just calling each other and having these full-on conversations, considering everything that they've been through.
Oh, you don't want to take too much melatonin, Mrs. Stanton. Trust me.
It's a little hard to get out these days. I understand. Be sure to say hi to Mr. Stanton from us.
So with either her or her husband, the bug person.
It sounds like you could be dealing with something called a Gevatertod.
A godfather of death.
That does not sound good.
I think you gotta let this one go, Nick. Trust me, this is not a police matter.
Oh, is it like the Vesson Grim Reaper type of thing? Because Vesson could be really dangerous.
To protect the Vesson community, a Gevatertod is called.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Who contacts this godfather of death?
The council. Oh, I thought the Vesson Council. But obviously, that's no more at the minute.
It's how Vesson have stayed in secret for so long.
Do you know how to make contact?
Yeah, we do. But
We're not going to.
we cannot tell you who it is unless you promise not to arrest him or her.
We need to talk to this person.
Then give us your word.
Don't go against your word now, Nick.
Yes, we have our word.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes.
If you know that this is what they've done, you're still in a pickle with the other Adler.
Yeah, what do you got?
Something you and Hank need to see.
We'll be right there.
You don't.
Here's the surveillance footage from the night Maddie Sims was killed.
Don't be the old person.
What am I missing?
A guy with a cane. Ding, ding, ding.
Coincidence? I think not.
Hey, Nick. I need to see you in my office.
No, thank you.
I want to see the tunnel where these symbols are.
Oh, here we go. Straight to the point. No messing about.
Share what you know. I'll do the same.
It's my husband. His dementia is getting worse, and he's vogued when he shouldn't be voguing, and we really need your help.
Well, that wasn't planned, Rosalie.
Still can't see his face.
That's the best we got.
Then we got nothing.
Now we're looking for an old guy with a cane, which is basically nothing.
Rosalie kind of told him that it was me that she was worried about, which means he's coming over to kill me.
On our way.
It's going to be okay.
Is it though?
Hello. Please come in.
Rosalie Calvert?
It's the doctor.
We need to talk to you about something else. Well, we don't need to talk to you, they do.
Bloody hell, they got there quick.
I'm a Grimm.
He's a Grimm, but he's a friend.
Grimm.
I love Monroe's Vogue.
A man suffering from severe dementia, threatening his wife.
And we're going too. What's the address?
Wait, 6931 McClellan.
That's the one that has the melatonin.
She's been a customer forever.
We should go with you.
Right.
Where's your husband?
He left. I tried to get him not to leave again, but
Who's the guy with the cane?
I couldn't get him to stay asleep. I'd wake up and he'd be gone.
It's so sad, isn't it?
I don't know who you are. What you doing, Elizabeth?
Calm down. Get his cane.
Help me!
They're here.
Getting old is so scary, guys.
Do I know you?
It's me, Elizabeth.
Ties Mr. Stanton to 2 Vesson kills. He goes to jail. He could vogue in custody. He could kill somebody else.
gonna have to ask him to use his bug stuff.
Do you want us to stay with you?
Yes, I'd like that.
Are you ready?
No, no, I'm not ready.
Sleep now, sweetheart. I love you.
Oh my God, stop.
I'll see you soon, Norm. Okay?
Okay, Elizabeth.
Oof.
Monroe? Rosalie? I found something I think you guys should see.
Don't you do it. Not while you're on your own. Oh. This is a bad idea.
What did I do wrong?
Probably nothing, but you've got your back to it now. No, thank you. What are you doing? You couldn't have just waited. Oh. Brilliant. It's gonna... I knew it was gonna end there as well. For God's sake, man. Well, there we go. Another episode down, and they've ended on a massive cliffhanger, which I've kind of missed, to be honest, because Grimm do that so well. So to have it back in this one was, yeah, A+. So Juliet has just, or Eve, has just gone through the mirror, didn't wait for Monroe, or Rosalie, or Nick, or Adley, anyone. Just decided, oh, I figured something out, and I'm just going to do it solo. Bye. It's so stupid. She couldn't have just waited a little bit longer, listen to what Nick advised, and just do it together. It was a poor call, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, a great cliffhanger though. And I'm wondering if all of the group will then realise that Juliet's gone and the mirror has been cleared. The books are on the side. Yeah. I'm going to hazard a guess that she's gone through it. I mean, Monroe's going to know straight away anyway. So I think things are going to heat up from here now. I've got a strong feeling that this will be that trigger. So Juliet and Eve going through this mirror to the other side is going to trigger the entire group now to get a wiggle on and find out what's going on. So while we're on the same topic, Renard now knows that Diana knows more than she's letting on, and Adeline's probably told her not to say anything. And he's finally contacted Adeline and said, you know, I need to know what's going on. This is my daughter. Even though I do think that he's using his daughter in the wrong sense, because he's not doing it for her. He's doing it because he wants to know what's going on. He wants to be in the know. Again, just my opinion. He does obviously care about Diana. It's just there's another motive when it comes to Renard. So Diana knows quite a lot as well. And we know that the markings on the tunnel are related to going through this other side. So maybe Adeline's going to go to Diana, look, I know you know more than what you've said so far. You might not understand it, but you know that things that we don't. Any chance you could just run over these symbols again and share any other information that you might have left? Thank you. maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Besides obviously the portal and all of the drama when it comes to the darkness that is on the way, and even Renard's, was it Dasha, something like that, the Russian lady that he was Skyping, even she is terrified of what potentially this could mean. So besides all of that drama, this one was heavily based on the Vesson culture and the Vesson traditions that they choose to do. So we now know that Rosalie and Monroe have vowed to allow this Vesson to kill them, basically, if they have signs of dementia and Alzheimer's and or Alzheimer's. So I think I found this one so emotional because it relates so clearly to just life in general. So yes, it might be wrapped up in this whole Vesson world, but growing old happens to everyone, and these illnesses can happen to anyone. So yeah, it definitely hit hard for me. My nan had dementia, and it was definitely hard to see her go through that. And just having, you know, this guy's wife trying to get all this melatonin to just get him sleep so he doesn't hurt anyone, and contacting this person to end the suffering and to say goodbye. It was just so heartfelt, and it just, yeah, it got me right in the feels. I think it's needed, and Nick knows that as well. And obviously in this case it is Vesson, but in our world there's that whole debate about legalizing, you know, euthanasia, basically allowing people to pass when they want to pass rather than just waiting for nature to take its course, so to speak. This episode definitely tapped into that, and you could see that the elderly lady didn't want to say goodbye to her husband, but she knew that it was the right thing to do, and our gang did as well. But it doesn't take away that heartache and that struggle of seeing it happen and saying goodbye to someone. It's definitely hard, it really is. But yeah, this episode definitely hit hard, and it was an interesting topic to explore, because this show does like to do that. I've said it many times, but they link historical and traditional topics in with the realities of the world, wrapping them in Vesson ideas as well. So I think it's really cleverly done, in my opinion, and I think they're respectful in the way that they do it as well. But yeah, I guess that's the main bit. I do think it's odd, again, seeing Adelind and Juliet / Eve communicating as much as they did in this one, but it's still enjoyable to see that dynamic and how honest Adelind is being to Nick as well. She just says it how it is straight away, rather than being sneaky like we have known her to be in the past. And when it comes to Renard, she's very loyal to Nick, and she's like, if you want this, you'll have to take this up to Nick directly. Don't be using me as, you know, the in-between person, like the messenger. So I respect her for that as well. And I can't wait to see how Monroe and Rosalie react when they get home. Hopefully the whole gang's with them as well. But if they're not, I'm sure they'll soon get a phone call. I know it's only a small thing within this show, but I just want to say how much I appreciate that in Grimm, the communication in general is just so well done. Because in a lot of shows, they gloss over the fact that it would be so easy to call and talk things through. And usually it's the way of getting drama out of the show. But this one, they don't do that. They will just call, and they will go on speaker if it's a group matter, or they will take it outside if they need to, etc. If they want it to be private. But I'm someone that enjoys that rather than not discussing things to create drama. So yeah, I like that about the show. I know it's just a small little thing, but I appreciate it. But yeah, that's another episode done and dusted. And I'm scared. I'm scared to see how it's all going to end, but I'm very excited at the same time. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a like, guys. Let me know that you did. And maybe subscribe to the channel if you'd be so kind. But as always, there's no pressure here. I would just love to have you. All of these reactions are in their extended form over on Patreon. So if you're someone that likes to, you know, grab a brew, sit down, relax, and, you know, watch some TV together, then Patreon is definitely your cup of tea. So head on over there. A massive shout out to all my patrons, as always. And I hope to see you all again soon for another reaction. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye for now. And before we completely sign off, let's quickly take a comment from that pack. And today I've chosen Brian. This is on my 608 reaction, guys. And Brian says, to be honest, I don't even remember the last time Juliet/Eve vogued. Was it when she fought Adelind way back then? Anyway, it was quite a surprise and I loved it as it took me back to the pre-Eve era. And yeah, I think it might have been it. I think it's when she had the stick, right? Again, I could be wrong. I'm sure someone in the comments could definitely help out with that. But it was a shock when she vogued and bit whatever that skull creature was on the arm. And I do think that there's going to be more to that whole fighting and blood aspect. We already know the blood is linked to the connections to the other side. So yeah, I just want to know where Juliet or Eve is right now. That'd be nice. She walked through that mirror and yeah, we have no clue what's on the other side. When Nick said Juliet instead of Eve, I was looking down at my phone taking notes of the episode and I almost got whiplash when I snapped my head up in surprise. I mean, fair play to you, Brian, because for whatever reason I did not twig. It seemed natural to me. So when they brought it up later on, I was like, oh yeah, like I should have noticed that, but I just didn't. So yes, again, fair play to you, Brian. I'm really glad we're getting more Woo content, same. Although I wish it had happened sooner, obviously because he's now Vessin. He was in 120 of the 123 episodes in the series. Wow, incredible. But wasn't usually much of a presence in my opinion. I like the character from day one. Me too. I think Woo, he has this essence to him and this vibe to him that when he's on the screen, you appreciate him being there. But he hasn't, like you say, has not been involved majorly until he was into the fold with the Vessin world when he discovered that that was real. But I'm so glad that he was added in because I do think the show has amped up and the family dynamic seems much stronger now. The more that are involved. Juliet, obviously, Hank, Woo, etc. So yeah, definitely a fan as well. But thank you, Brian, as always, for watching. I really appreciate you and for taking the time to leave all your thoughts. I always love reading them and I hope you know that. I genuinely do. But yes, I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you for the next video. Goodbye for now.